In this video, I want to talk about my personal definition of success. And I think it's incredibly important that you come to understand what is and isn't important to you. Now, ultimately, all human beings are driven by the same drive. We want to feel sustainably better, and we want to avoid feeling chronically worse. Now, what achieves that goal, whether it's buying many houses, growing a massive company, will be determined by our personality and our historical upbringing and beliefs. Now, what I mean by that is if you grow up in a family where being ordinary is to be a loser, is to be inferior, you have to stand out in some way, then if you believe that, as we all do initially in the default mode of every child, you'll need to do something exceptional, not because it's necessary to be happy, but because if you've been indoctrinated into that idea through contempt shown by those who did not adhere to it and rewards given to those that did, you will not feel good about yourself unless you do something extraordinary, become the biggest company, etc. But what you're earning in that sense is the blessing of your upbringing, the blessing of your parents that you've internalized. So it's going to vary by person. And we will default to the message of our upbringing, of our parents. Now, when I did analysis of what was important to me separate from all the messages in my upbringing, I came down to one essential thing. I wanted the freedom to do whatever I wanted to do, where I wanted to do it, anywhere in the world, with the person I most wanted to spend time with. That's all I wanted. To do what I wanted to do, in the place I wanted to do it, with the person I wanted to share time with. So my path to success was oriented to that strategy. For example, because I don't enjoy managing a lot of people, it's just not fun for me. I like time off. I often write a book a year. That's fun for me. It's probably never going to earn a penny in direct book sales, but it's a chance to organize my thoughts, do what I want to do in the place that I want to do it. I write, wherever I'm traveling, etc. So one of the things that I did was focus on increasing the hourly rate which my clients would pay me by accruing value, by learning specialized skills that would allow me to make more and more money any hour that I worked, so that I could work less hours. In the past few years, for example, I've been traveling 6 months of the year. And in that 6 months of the year, doing what I want to do in the places I want to do it, with the people I want to do it with. And if I focused on growing my company, then it needs to be managed. I can't take 6 months off and have the company survive. At least I don't have that particular organizational talent. But if I can go from making $10 an hour to $20 an hour to $60 an hour to $75 an hour to $100 an hour to $200 an hour to $400 an hour, if I can learn how to do that, then I have to work less and less hours to support my lifestyle, And once I hit what is for me a roughly $100,000, $120,000 lifestyle, I stopped working. So increasing the amount that I made per hour by increasing the value that I provided to clients. And one of those is fixed costs. I've never had a client pay me $400 an hour, as in worked 2 hours times $400 equals $800. But I've had clients pay me $500 an hour, $1,000 an hour for flat cost work, where I did 5 hours of work and the net profit was $5,000. Well, that's $1,000 an hour. And so one of the ways to add values to clients was flat cost bids. So that, and I don't do maintenance for the same reason, because maintenance pins me down. I can't have an idea and fly halfway around the world if I've got 100 lawns to mow that week and people emailing me, what's going on with this, what's going on with this. Or what if I'm getting ready to go on a trip and I've got a team that will do that maintenance, but then one team member has truck trouble, another team member gets sick, another team member quits, and now I'm stuck on the hook to maintain my agreement with my clients. I can't travel around the world. And so that's been my specific definition of success, and fulfilling it, experiencing it, has been far more satisfying for me personally than growing the biggest company.